Okay, guys, let's go ahead and get started. Dominate Facebook, double your business. In the last 6 months, more than 100 curator clients doubled their business with high effective, Facebook marketing. But they were not able to double their business solely with the use of Facebook ads. And so, if you have quality Facebook ads, it's going to be important. We know as salespeople, it's conversations that actually equal closing. So we help our clients, send out quality emails to the people that they're actually, trying to target on places like Facebook or other social media sites. And so that's why today we're going to cover the best ads and emails of 2017 so far within the Curator network. And, for curator clients, when they hire us, typically when they're doing Facebook marketing, they're looking for a company that can take their Facebook marketing to the next level. And so 80% of curator clients, before hiring us, they rated themselves on a scale of 1 to 10, a 1, 2, or 3. Also on that same survey, months later, 74% of clients, they now rate themselves 8, 9, or 10. So Facebook marketing is definitely important. However, as marketers, we know that email is the channel that actually generates the highest ROI. In the last 10 years, email marketing has been the channel generating the highest ROI. And I'm your host. My name is Neil Mitchell. Here at Curator, they call me Neil the Deal. And at our company, we have a very family oriented culture. If you've been following Curator, you may have heard my name before. You may have heard of Chris Smith. You may have heard of Jimmy Mackin. And if you've been following Jimmy, the ladies you see on my arm are actually, his relatives. On the left side of your screen is actually his mom, and then on the right is actually my colleague, Sarah. And I've been in real estate technology now for the last 7 years. Yeah, I've talked to over 10,000 real estate agents. I know one of the things I was born to do is help realtors. I'm sure of. I know I'm definitely designed for that. But I haven't built my career up solely on my own efforts. Just by simply talking to real estate agents. One guy who's helped me over the years, a guy named Chris Smith. He had a popular blog called Tech Savvy Agent years ago. He used to work for Inman News. And if you're going to be at Inman in a couple of weeks, Curator will have a booth. Hope to see you there in San Francisco. Chris and I had the opportunity to work together at a company called Dotloop. I know that all of you have probably heard of Zillow. Zillow acquired Dotloop for over $108 million. I worked at Dotloop for 3 years, right around the time that Dotloop was being bought privately by Zillow. And now Chris and I, we both now work for Curator. Chris is one of the two co-founders, Chris and Jimmy Mackin, and we work with top producing agents and teams. And as a company, we come from a place of contribution. Chris and Jimmy, they had a popular, a podcast called The Water Cooler for years. And Chris actually just announced his latest and greatest podcast called Calls with Chris. So check that out. You can download that on iTunes, Stitcher, a lot of cool places. So we're doing a lot of big things here at Curator, but we really care about our clients. Every single year we've put on a conference called Curator Excellence. This is where we coach them on all the latest and greatest strategies that we've come up with. And so for our clients, we help them double, triple, quadruple their business. And the way that we do that is with a very simple framework. So I'm going to talk about Facebook ads. I'm going to talk about email marketing. But internally at Curator, we have a simple acronym called CAB. And this is a framework that Curator uses to grow its business. Is what Curator does to grow, but also what we coach our clients on as well. And the CAB stands for create, advertise, blast. And we're going to talk about a lot about the A and the B, advertising, blasting. But again, that CAB structure, that's the same framework that we use, and you can use that for yourself. Just write that down, CAB. And so Facebook is a key component that we coach our clients on here at Curator. There's a lot of social media platforms, but Facebook back in 2015 became the number one place to generate referral traffic. So we're all in on Facebook marketing. And the reason for that is that, Facebook, like more than 78% of all the people in the United States. So 78% of all the people in the United States, the number one social media platform that they use consistently is Facebook. There's Twitter, LinkedIn, Snapchat, but Facebook by far is the number one place where traffic is generated. And so we're all in on Facebook, and there's a lot of different ways to generate leads. And however, those methods typically tend to be more expensive. Things like Google, things like realtor.com, those are great ways to find people that are actively searching, people that are actively searching online. And however, there's this other world on Facebook, where, after someone is done actively searching on Google, on Zillow, on realtor.com, the number one place they return to in the world is Facebook. Now, the benefit of that, so Facebook generates a lot of traffic, but it's also cheap. It is very inexpensive compared to the other sources that you see on the right side of your screen. So we are all in on Facebook marketing. And whenever you're doing Facebook ads, you know that you have a certain audience that you need to set. There's a budget. But here internally at Curator, we coach our clients on 9 key factors to ensure that their Facebook ads crush it online. So there's 9 key factors that will have an impact on your Facebook ads. And we're going to get into that here very, very soon. It's things like the copy, the images, and the ads that I'm going to show today will highlight the key factors that you could use consistently with your Facebook ads. And so Chris Smith and Jimmy Mackin, they created this tool, and this is a tool created by Chris, Jimmy, Curator, Grade My Ads. So we are so bullish about Facebook that we created a tool that anyone can use for free. The tool is grademyads.com. And the way it works is very, very simple. You would just go to grademyads.com, and you're going to just log in with your Facebook account. You're going to log into the account that is connected to your Facebook business page. And what it's going to do is going to give you an analysis. It's going to give you a score. It's going to give you a score on things that you can do to make sure that your ads are performing very, very well. So it's going to give you a score on a scale of 1 to 100. So Joe Herrera, he's a Curator client. In the last 3 months, he spent $1,600. You can see there at the top. He also reached over 85,000 people. So that's why we're all in on Facebook. Not just about generating leads, it's about getting your brand in front of people. Facebook makes it very easy to do that. But this tool, Grade My Ads, is going to give you a breakdown of your ads. As that, if you feel like you're a Facebook pro and you've already been crushing it, great. So Grade My Ads is going to tell you how well you actually are doing. But what it does best is actually going to pull out your top performing ads so that you can do more ads just like that. So Grade My Ads is a free tool. It's going to give you a breakdown of how your ads are performing. It's going to give you a breakdown of how your ads are performing. And so great tool is going to show you consistency. You can see here Joe Herrera, he ran over 8 ads this month. So being consistent with your Facebook ads, running an ad every single week, every single month is going to ensure that your ads perform very, very well. And so, Facebook ads are a phenomenal way to generate leads, but you also, with this tool, you're going to see how effective you actually are. So for their effectiveness, their cost per engagement is 15 cents. That's absolutely world-class. And their budget is about $144 per ad. So again, gives you a breakdown and analysis. Is a free tool, grademyads.com. But as you're doing Facebook ads, one of the things that I wanted to show today, I would do you a disservice to only talk about Facebook ads and emails and not talk about the destination. Because let's face it, if you're spending a lot of money on Facebook, you see Joe Herrera, in the last 3 months, $1,600. That's not chump change. And so while Facebook is inexpensive, you want to make sure that you actually determine a destination. And so we coach our clients at Curator to use something called landing pages as a way, to determine a destination. So you do a Facebook ad, someone clicks on that ad, the next thing they will see is a landing page. But some people, they don't like landing pages. Maybe the destination is a website. So I want to show you an example of a destination you can send someone to. I'm sure everyone on this call today probably has a website of some sort. And so if you have a website that you love, fantastic. Curator websites, we do a website. I want to spend a lot of time on the website. But again, you want to choose a destination. We do a great job of design. So you may be in the process, you may have a website, you may be in the process of redesigning your website. You want to make sure that the design is world class. One of the number one ways when you're doing digital marketing to build trust is all simply through design. I'm sure everyone on this call, you probably look professional. If I saw each and every single one of you, you may be at home. I'm not sure. But you want to make sure you have a world-class design. So this is a website. It's fergrealty.com. This is a Curator website. This is a seller-focused website. So Curator, one of the things that our clients love to do is focus on seller leads. So Nat Ferguson, this is his website. He's been a Curator client for a long time. But so you can choose to send someone to a website. Maybe you want to choose to send someone to your About page. I don't know. Maybe you want to send someone to why they should hire you. Maybe you want to highlight the top 3 or 4 sexiest stats. Every agent that I know, they're coached to have a bio, of some sort. But you want to make sure the design is clean. If that's the goal, is to push them to something like a About page. Every agent that I know, they have testimonials. You want to make sure that the breakdown of your testimonials is very simple, very, very clean. At Curator, one of the things we do well is we take out that one line or that one sentence inside of the testimonial so that people can actually figure out why they should work with you. The average attention span of American today online is about 8 seconds. So make sure the design is precise. We also use things like an experience map. Most agents I talk to, they usually, if they're successful, they're going to be in the business for 5 years, 10 years, 30, 40 years. And so we actually build an experience map where we can actually showcase all the buyers and sellers our clients have worked with. So you want to be able to push someone to a destination. There's a lot of different pages on your website you can push someone to. In addition to the website, at Curator, we also coach our clients to use landing pages. So we coach our clients on using landing pages as a way to capture leads. And one of the technologies that we're pioneering here at Curator is something called Facebook Connect, whereby you just find, for example, any page that has content on the website, you type in /Facebook inside of the URL, and it generates a landing page. And we're going to talk about more about that if you have any questions. Just want to showcase, if you spend a lot of money like our clients on Facebook, you want to definitely make sure that you have a destination. So just wanted to showcase that. I feel like that was important to our conversation today. But again, it's not just about Facebook marketing and the destination. Email marketing, like you may have a mass email tool. And so you probably know the effectiveness of sending out emails to things like your past clients, but you may not know the true value of that. But for every $1 you spend on marketing, so if you're spending $100 on marketing right now, a $500, $1,000 on marketing per month, for every dollar that you spend on email marketing, it generates $38. It generates $38. Every dollar spent, email marketing is going to generate $38 in ROI. So, you can ask yourself, is it the Facebook ad that matters? Is it more the message? It's really a combination of the two. That's why our call today is about the best Facebook ads and emails that Curator clients, within the Curator network. And so not only is the message important, we coach our clients on a technique called segmentation. So there's a lot of key facts about email marketing, but segmentation, choosing the right list of people to send an email to is extremely important. So your sellers, your hot prospects, maybe all the people who visited your website in the last 30 days. So segmentation is very, very important. Segmented emails, generate 50% of all revenue. So email marketing is very important. So let's go ahead and get into it. The best ads and emails within the Curator network in 2017 so far. I'm going to show you several ads and emails that you could copy and use for yourself. I'm going to show you the frameworks of that. But before I get into that, there's one last thing I want to show you. I want to show you where I actually found the emails, where I found the ads. So a couple of months ago, Curator, we launched a technology. We launched a technology called Curator Brain. And the Curator Brain, it's essentially the simplest way to describe it. It is a library of Facebook ads and emails. It is a library of content. The value for you, if you're a single agent, maybe you have a team, maybe you're in the process of growing a team, or you have a boutique brokerage. The benefit for you is that 99% of the content, 99% of the 100,000 ads and emails inside of this brain, they are related to real estate. So if you're someone who struggles with content, I can't spend too much time here. This is what actually people pay for, but I want to show you that I didn't just create the ads. I found them in the database. You can search for content. Maybe you want to find a Facebook ad based upon open houses or just listed ads or just sold coming soon. The value is you can actually find content and then sort it by performance. So our clients, they come from a place of contribution. This is a library that when an ad is created, is stored for you to copy. So if you're someone and you've been maybe following Curator, copying our ads, what if you log in and copy all day? That's the value of this. You can copy ads, you can copy emails. So it's a world-class tool. Like I said, I don't want to spend too much time here. This is what people actually pay for. We are affordable. However, we are exclusive. We are affordable, but we are exclusive. But let's get into it because I'm excited to share these ads and emails with you guys today. In the last 7 years, every agent I talked to, if they're successful, they have cracked the code on listings. They either crack the code on listings or they're spinning their wheels on working with a lot of buyers. So that's why I wanted to, no matter where you are in your career in real estate, you want more listings at some point. It could be resale listings or new construction. So that's why the first couple of ads I want to share with you are relevant to seller lead generation. So this is an ad that I found. One of the most common ads that most people probably see out there is something about homes value. You probably are tired of seeing those ads, but they still work. Those ads are still effective in some markets. 4 years ago, those ads crushed it. You could run those ads for 2 years and they do wonders. So some of our clients are still running them. This is an ad on the left side of your screen. You're going to see the actual ad. You're going to see the actual copy. So this was the ad that the Johnson Real Estate Group used in Cincinnati, Ohio. But they also, on the right side of your screen, you can see what they spent. They spent $100 on the ad. Their average cost per engagement is about 80 cents. They reach about 4,000 people. So those home value ads, seller leads generation is tough to crack. However, a lot of our clients are still confident in them and still run those ads consistently. So the ad copy is important, but also, when you sell a home, that is definitely the number one opportunity that you have to generate seller leads. One of the things that makes an ad very effective is the more relevant it is, the more timely and more recent that the activity has happened, is going to have a big impact for people actually engaging with it. So this is an example of one of our clients, the Shannon Joe's team, a just sold ad. You maybe you're doing just sold ads, but here's an example of one of our clients' ads. They spent $75 on the ad, and again, look how the copy is precise. They're using emojis. They're using a link to a landing page. So they're actually giving someone a destination. So no matter what, if you're going to do Facebook ads, make sure that you have this very simple framework that we coach our clients on. But one of the things about the Curator Brain, it actually gives you the results of the ads that you find. So if you look here, website click, there's 192 website clicks. I think on average, our clients, the landing pages that we provide them, they're converting at about 15% to 40%. So, if you're looking for more seller leads, you want to make sure that the copy is great. But again, those just sold ads, those are some of my favorite ones that I found inside of the brain. This is an ad ran about 3 weeks ago. So again, our framework at Curator, it's Facebook ads, but also emails. So if it's important enough to spend a lot of money to generate leads and traffic to a website or to a landing page, you want to make sure that you send out a quality message to convert them, because that's how we get paid as salespeople. You need a quality message as a way to create more conversations, because that's what's going to get you more appointments. So at Curator, we're hyper focused on the ads, but also the messages that go out. And you saw that brain is basically a content library where I found this amazing content. So this is the Seller Blast. So this is one of our clients. His name is Dean Linnell. He's in Whistler, Canada. And one of the things I liked about this email was the subject line. So if you're writing your own emails, one of the things that you want to focus on is the length of the subject line. Make sure that the best emails are going to have a subject line of about 6 words or less. So just make sure you're not flooding the subject line with a lot of words. It's just a standard rule of thumb you can use to keep yourself in check. Again, a lot of these ads and emails are going to be viewed on mobile. And so one of the things I like is the subject line says, don't check your Whistler property value. So you do an ad for someone to say, check your home's value. The email says, don't check your Whistler home's value, without reading this first. So great subject line. Look on the left side, the results, world-class stats. The open rate was 32%. Click-through rate was 11%. And so look at the actual link, click here. So that's what people click. But he also sent this email. You can see he sent it to 606 seller prospects. 10% click through. And, the open rate is great, and we can brag about that all day. 32% at least saw it and read it. The click through rate, 11%. But when you send an email like that to 600 people, that's a lot of sellers that are clicking to check out their home's value. So great email, great call to action. Just want to showcase quality ad, quality email. And so seller leads, as you're generating more seller leads, that's going to lead to you listing more properties. And so the most common thing to do is to do a just listed promotion. Some people do postcards. The most modern way, of course, to promote your listing in 2017 is to do some sort of online promotion. Maybe a just listed ad. I think in the past people would do newspapers. I had to check out the Orlando newspaper to see if there's any listings, but if people are still doing it. But so in 2017, you're going to use digital marketing as a way. We're going to coach our clients as a way to generate leads and promote their listing. So just listed ads, you're going to do seller ads, and then of course you're going to promote those listings. And here at Curator, we believe that the listings, or if you're generating listings, and you're generating a lot of leads, they should be your leads. And there's 1,000,001 portals out there trying to attract buyers, from your listings. And I get it. That's how the game is played. But our clients, they believe if they're your listings, they should be your leads. And so we coach our clients to promote their listings as a way to generate leads. But one of the things I like about this type of content is when you're using Facebook the right way, when you're sending out emails the right way, you can actually show your value. And your ads and your emails, don't have to be the best in the world. They just need to be better than the people in your office. They just need to be better than the people down the street. So that's what we're providing our clients, constant content that is amazing, and they're not guessing. They have data-driven decisions, quite like this ad. So this ad, just listed, great ad copy. Of course, there's a link to a landing page, and of course, some brief information about the features. But look at the post. It got over 874 link clicks. Like, if your goal is to generate buyer and seller leads, I'm sure there's some sellers in there. So one of the things I like about that strategy is, you can generate sellers just by doing seller ads, but you can also generate them through promoting your listings. The other benefit of that is they actually see what you're doing for marketing. A lot of them, they don't know what an agent actually does. You price the home, you put a sign up, but what else do you actually do? So that's why I like this type of ad. It actually shows your client what you're doing, and you don't have to show them the amount of money, but again, the results speak for themselves. 874 link clicks is one of the things I like about that ad. So you just listed ads, but of course, you may not be in resale. You may not be reselling listings. Maybe you're a builder on this webinar. I don't know. But my favorite stuff, our clients, some of them, they work with builders and they partner with them to help them promote their new constructions. And I get it. People are going to be spending more money for a new home, new car, new home. It's going to cost you some. But one of the biggest opportunities we have in sales and marketing is to create a sense of urgency. You may be in a market where your listing sells in a minute. If you're in a place like Toronto, Canada, for example, and you promote a listing, those things are gone in like 12 hours sometimes, $1 million listings. So coming soon is a great way to also promote your listings. And again, we have those ads inside of the Curator Brain. But again, there's the ad, those are the results. And look at the increase on the website clicks. Similar spend $100, but look, the website link clicks, pretty much double versus that just listed ad that I showed you. It's a coming soon ad, 1,400 link clicks. That is world class. Coming soon, stunning home. And again, look at the consistency of these ads, guys. So not only do you want to run an ad consistently, you want to run and set up the ad consistently. So you want to make sure that you do ads weekly, monthly, to make sure that you're generating enough traffic to your website. Again, a website or a landing page. But again, you want to use a variety of ads. So just listed, coming soon. So this is a great coming soon ad. But again, the reply, sometimes the reply for the listing, if you just list a property or coming soon, it may be the same. So that's why this particular email you can use for a just listed or coming soon. Hey, in a few weeks, some new listings hit the market. Some of them are not even online yet. Would you like me to send you a list? So again, there's a lot of ways to create conversations. You can send out a Xactimate, give them an estimate of their home, or you can create a conversation. But at some point, there's like a conversation is going to happen. You can either run from that or you can be all in like the curator clients. So would you like me to send you the list? Yes. If they're all in, they're going to say yes to that. That is a simple way to create a conversation and get a response or reply. So definitely want to make sure that as you're doing your promotions for your listings, the ultimate goal is to create a conversation. And that email is absolutely very simple and effective at doing just that. And so, one of the things that I hear a lot about are open houses. It's sort of one thing that agents, they either hate them, they love them, maybe they outsource them because they're not worth their time, because they don't get people to show up. But I can tell you that that's a huge advantage for you as a way to generate traffic. More millennials are using Facebook than any other social media platform. So, unfortunately, like millennials, like, a lot of us, we don't have a lot of information. Like, we don't know what a brokerage is. They think broker, they think Wall Street, right? May not think real estate broker, what that means to them. It means what it means to you is going to mean something different to a millennial. They also, the most common thing for open house, there's like a freaking sign. Like I said, I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm here in Orlando, Florida. But it seems to be this conspiracy that the way that you promote an open house, there's a sign with no freaking information. It's the most annoying thing in the world. But you're like driving 30 or 40 miles an hour, like, like that's just so inefficient. When there's over, most millennials, people in their, 25 to 35, they're spending 1,200 minutes or more on Facebook every single month. Like, you need to be all in on that. And so open houses, even if you don't like them, is a very simple and effective way to consistently generate traffic to your website. You may be thinking about building a team. Like, you need to be able to tell your team that you got all your ducks in a row. I've got my just listed, my coming soon, my open house. And then you also need to be able to show them that you can consistently create that content, because guess what? 6 months from now, the way that you do an open house ad may change because people copy, right? People copy and become less effective. So our clients, they're going into the brand, they're finding the best content to copy, much like this open house ad that you see on your screen. Very simple, very effective. Again, simple framework: listing, open house, brief information, and then a link to the destination. And, the website clicks, the website link clicks, 514, the cost per click was a penny. The cost per click was a penny. So even if, you didn't love open houses, this is a great but very effective way as a way to generate traffic to your website. Again, some websites, They focus on design, but they don't have any capture tools. I've seen a million of them. So whatever tools you decide to use, make sure that you have some options. And for our clients, they definitely have those options, whether it's the Facebook ad, but also of course the emails. That brain is a library of emails. They basically can type in search open house and they'll get a wide variety. I took a snapshot of this one. One of our clients, her name is Callie Dalton. She's in Central Virginia. Lovely lady. She's been a long time client for 4 years. When you figure out what type of company you want to hire, you need to think about, not necessarily the new clients, but the people like Callie who's been with us for 4 years. So this email crushed it for Callie. One of the things I like about this, if you want this email, you can see the results. She sends an email to 171 people, 22% open rate. 22% open rate. Don't miss this weekend's open house in Roanoke. Your dream home could be listed. Would you like me to send you a full list? So again, that call to action. The open rate still looking very simple. Again, that rule of 6 words or less. Callie is crushing it. So open house just listed, coming soon. But sometimes I can appreciate a real estate agent. You guys do a lot. And sometimes, when you list a property, maybe the house still isn't moving. Maybe you're doing Facebook marketing and it's still not selling. I don't know. Like, I'm sure that happens. So a lot of our clients, they also are using something called a price reduction, right? You list a home at $700,000, but maybe you need to price it about $650,000. And so, or maybe you're doing it intentionally. Maybe it was a strategy to begin with. I don't know. So price reduction, add in email. This is a great way to generate traffic as well, to generate leads or to generate traffic to your website. Price reduction ad, price reduced. Who doesn't love a discount? They're not going to get it for free, but the price is reduced. So this ad, very simple framework for one of our clients in Delaware. Again, $100 ad spend. Maybe your ad spend is $75 like the other ads that I've shown you. So you need to determine a budget for your Facebook ad. Again, use a very simple framework. Make sure you have quality images. Make sure the copy is strong. And again, look at the results speak for themselves. Cost per click, 4 cents. That's pretty world class. Like, this is an ad ran in March of this year. But again, the ads change over time. What works in March may not work in July. But that's a great ad that will most definitely crush it for you for bright price reduction. So again, you generate a lot of, people to your website, from your price reduced ad. This is where this framework CAB really comes into play, because you may not have ever created an email about price reduction, but look at this email. It crushed it for Adrian, one of our clients. Sent this email to 578 people. And people who have been active on the site within 14 days, but look at the stats, 46% open rate, 16% click-through rate. So you have this home that you're trying to sell, you're going to reduce the price. Now you're going to send out an email to 500 people, 600 people, and get 16% to click through it. Like, imagine going to your seller and showing that. Like, sometimes people want to see results. Like, the old ways, things that worked last year may not work. It may not work a year from now, but I can tell you that the curator clients, when they log into the brain, this is the type of content they have access to. So price reduction and the email, hopefully you guys think that's amazing. Please let me know in the chat if you like those ads, what I've shown thus far. Again, just listed, coming soon, seller ads, just sold, emails, and the actual ads. But, if you're doing a lot of content on Facebook, you're going to be flooded with so many leads that at that point you're thinking about, oh, I need an ISA. You need an inside sales associate or two. But finding good people was tough. Maybe you need more buyer's agents. No matter what that is, but I guarantee you, when you run those ads, you will become busier than you probably have been in the last 6 months to a year. And so I want to share with you guys a hiring ad. Because in the curator brain, you're not only going to find things for your listings or seller leads, you're going to find things like a hiring ad. So you can use Facebook for hiring as well. In fact, Curator recently hired like 10 millennials to do marketing for our company. So this definitely works. But a hiring ad, for one of our clients, $50 spent. You don't have to spend a lot of money. $50 spent, 45 clicks. But again, the key is Facebook, you can use it for a lot of things. They're using a photo album for that ad. You're showing their company culture. Again, quality ad for hiring. The ad copy is simple. We are hiring rock star talent, looking for new opportunities. Are you the one we're looking for? That unicorn, right? I think I found my unicorn. I got engaged last year. So, the hiring ad is great, but also the email, right? The email is going to be critical. That follow up, the fortune is definitely in the follow up. So, here's an email that Jessica Woodbeck sent out. She sent it to 134 people, but not only is the value of the actual email and the results, you can see who she sent the email to. So Jessica thinks that if she sends out an email to her past clients and sphere of influence, the people that typically makes agents the most money, she also thinks that they can help her find some people that join her team. They're a successful team. It is possible to love your job. And so we are hiring. Join the momentum. Quality ad and email that you could definitely use consistently to grow your team, grow your business. Because when you're doing crushing it on Facebook, you're going to need some help to follow up because you should be following up on those leads within 5 minutes. Otherwise, you're wasting your time. The average attention span of an American today is like 8 seconds. So you need to be fast with the follow up. Again, emails work, but again, a call is definitely going to be the most effective method. And so I want to share with you guys a bonus ad. This is one of my favorite ones that I found inside of the Curator Brain. One of the things as having a family, one of the things I've learned is that, every weekend I get asked one simple question consistently. What are we doing this weekend? I get asked that question. And so our clients, whenever they do Facebook ads, they're not just doing ads for listings and seller leads. Gary Vaynerchuk, if you've been following Gary, you know that he had a book called Jab, 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 Right Hook. Some of you, if you're on this call, if you're doing Facebook ads, if you're struggling over time, it's because you're trying to go for the knockout. Like you're trying to knock them out, but sometimes you got to date. Sometimes it requires a kiss. Sometimes you got to give someone something. You got to give some FaceTime before you ask them for their money. Ask them to list the most valuable piece of property they probably own in their lives, like their home. So this next ad I'm going to show you, ad and email, really focuses on coming from a place of contribution. Again, that's the curator culture. That's what our clients are about, coming from a place of contribution. I know a lot of you realtors are that way. Charity is a big deal, I know, in real estate. But look at this ad, Now, this is an ad for one of our clients. Her name is Lee Ritchie. I call her the Queen of Columbus because she's been number one agent in downtown Columbus for years. Probably like a decade or something. She's just been crushing it, right? And she's a curator client. Again, we work with top producing agents and teams. And this ad has nothing to do with seller lead generation or buyer lead generation. It is an ad about Kentucky Fried Chicken. And the first time I saw this, I just laughed out loud because this was the ad that I saw at the top of the brain. If you're a curator client and you're on this, if you go inside the brain, you're going to see this ad, Kentucky Fried Chicken, in Columbus, Ohio. Apparently they really like it. She only spent $100 on the ad, similar to the listings. But look at the website link clicks, 1,500. That to me is awesome. The 4 best places to get fried chicken. People clearly were into that. 23,000 people, thousands of people saw the ad, right? So getting your brand in front of people for other different reasons is also very effective. Again, the email around that, is also important. She sent out an email, to 800 plus people, buyers, sellers, past clients. Again, segmentation I talked about, sending out the email to the right people. So if you find the right email, the one thing that sometimes people struggle with is when they send an email, they send it out to their entire database. But we all know what tends to happen over time. If you consistently send out emails that are terrible to everyone in your database, you start ending up in a place where no one wants to be. And that place is called spam. You don't want to end up in spam. You spend a lot of money on marketing and, obsessing about an email, and then you go into spam. That's not any fun. So you want to, the way that, Gmail works, if you want to not go into spam, you got your emails have to be effective. You got to get those people to open those things. So people, 44% of the people, 800 plus people open up the email. That is world class. Like if you get 400 people to open up your email, what would that do for your business? One email. So, that's the value of doing quality ads, quality emails. That is a smarter way to generate leads, but also a smarter way to convert leads. So again, quality ad, quality email, and that should build up your funnels. These are multiple funnels that you could use to grow your business. And it's definitely the best way in real estate to generate leads and convert leads. Now, one thing I did not share with you guys earlier, I logged into the Brain, shows you can search for content. It's an amazing platform. I don't want to spend too much time, but I want to go in and sneak back in. I could get in trouble for this, but I want to sneak back in real quick, and I want to show you how you actually set up an audience. So you will click on Create a Blast, and one of the things that this tool does better than anything else out there today in real estate is it allows you to create your own lists. So you saw buyers, sellers, hot prospects, past clients. Maybe you want to send out an email to everyone who visited your website in the last 30 days. So this tool also allows you to create a list for absolutely anything. And so you create a list, which is an audience, again, leveraging segmentation, site activity. What if you want to send an email to everyone who visited your website in the last 30 days? You got to ask yourself, do you want to spend a lot of time trying to figure that out? Your tool should allow you to see that information quickly. So create a list. I think it'd be important to be able to send an email to everyone who's been to the website in 30 days. But what about past clients? Maybe you want to send out an email to everyone who was a past client who visited your website. Maybe you just want to send out an email to everyone that was a past client that visited your website. You get the idea. So this allows you to create, your own custom lists that you think are important. Maybe leads that are assigned to you, maybe leads that came from your listing. So, all those emails that I showed you, you need to be able to find the right people in the right list. So whatever tool you're using, you need a tool that makes that easy and efficient. And that's in addition to helping you find great content like ads and emails. This tool allows you to find the right list of people to send an email to. So this is, a great way to find great content and then send out an email. So let's say you're inside of the Curator Brain, right? You're using that tool. You find an ad in the email that you really like that you want to copy, right? You saw that it worked. Again, we are giving our clients data-driven decisions. So you save that content and then you just want to load it up, right? Let's say, it's a coffee email. One of the emails that you guys this is kind of like a bonus email that I know is crushing it for our clients. Maybe you want coffee with crumbs. Maybe that's who you want. Maybe that's how you're gonna, structure the subject. So you want to send out an email to your past clients so that you can get in front of them, so that you can leverage those relationships to get more business, right? The number one way to show your gratefulness is a referral, right? That's sort of the tagline for real estate agents. But what about spending time with them to grab coffee? So you find content inside the Brain, you load up that content in basically a second, and then you send out that content instantly, or you send it out later. So you send it out instantly, or you can actually choose a date and time. So that's how the tool works. And if you guys have any questions about it, I can answer those questions at the very end. But this tool is a smarter way to do Facebook ads. But again, as a company, one of the things that's frustrating as a sales guy, we actually are extremely exclusive and we actually abide by it. We're sold out in places like Atlanta, Tampa, Denver. So if you want access to the Curator Brain, put your zip code and your phone number in the chat, and we can help you determine if we're even available. But hopefully you guys have some takeaways. But again, if you want access to that Brain, put your zip code in the chat and your cell phone. We'll reach out to you, help you determine if the Curator Brain is available for you in your market. Those ads were money. They are crushing it for our clients. Again, we have a service that's affordable, but you got to know what you're doing with this. You got to have a website that works. You got to have an IDX. So Curator is not just about the Brain. I showed you the website. I showed you the landing pages. But we also have an IDX, a blog. There's a CRM. I didn't even talk about the CRM. We have lead routing, lead scoring. I showed you, the type of past client follow-up we have, but we provide world-class coaching, and a lot of that coaching comes from our support staff. That coaching comes from people like Chris Smith and Jimmy Mackin. So we've got a world-class organization, phenomenal technology, as I've showed you here, phenomenal strategies. We are Facebook marketing experts. We are lead conversion experts. We are a sales and marketing team built for people who are in sales and marketing. It's very simple. That's what makes us different. And we're passionate about it. We've created tools that are free for people to use. I'm giving away information that you guys can use to execute consistently to generate leads. But when you hire an amazing company, Curator clients, they love us. They don't just like us, they love us. That's because we are creating cool stuff. When you continuously innovate, that creates admiration. And that also is going to create growth. Ultimately, doing ads and emails is about growth. And if you're looking for an amazing company to hire, put your zip code and your cell phone in the chat, and you'll maybe grow your business like Jordan Rossman. Jordan Rossman grew his business by 4x. I told you at the beginning of the webinar, 100 agents, Curator clients, they doubled their business in the last 6 months. Jordan Rossman increased his business by 4x. By 4x. That's amazing. If you have a big team like Dustin Oldfather, he's a guy that hired us back in 2015. He's been paying Curator for over 2 years. 2 years. And that's because the first year he hired us, 210 transactions, 60 million in sales, 300 transactions, 100 million in sales. So when he didn't grow by 2x, but he grew by 33%, but that's a lot of cash. That's a lot of cash to feed your team. And so Dustin was already crushing it. Maybe you're already crushing it in your business. Maybe you already have a lot of listings, but maybe you need a better way to do marketing. That's why Curator exists. And there's definitely a lot of tools out there. There's a lot of websites. There's a lot of online portals, right? There's a lot of hype out there as well. So just be careful, right? But with Curator, it's very simple. It's an all-in-one solution, CRM, website, landing pages. And that Curator brain, the Curator brain you will not find anywhere else in the world. You will not find the Curator brain anywhere else in the world. And again, we're sold out in a lot of markets, but if you want to help us determine if your market is available, it's very, very simple. We only allow 2 people to market, 2 zip codes per client, 2 clients per zip code. So very, very exclusive. It's the best exclusivity in real estate. And our base system, as you guys saw, one of the things that we do is we provide a lot of value to our clients, giving them a lot of world-class technology, but also the frameworks that are actually working. You saw the results, the open rates, the click-through rates, the results of the ads. Like, our clients are not guessing if they're going to be successful on Facebook. And with the blast, the email blasts are sitting out. Again, Curator's website, IDX, blog, CRMs, a full system. Our base system is $1,275 per month. It is $1,275 per month. Our agreement is 6 months long. After that is month to month. We also have a marketer package. If you're looking to hire someone on your team to do Facebook ads and blogging every single week, we have that. But as you saw in the brain, within the Curator brand, we made it extremely easy for you to do your own Facebook ads. If you can copy the great things, ideas that we come up with, and then the Curator clients come up with, you're golden. But we do have 2 different packages. If you have any questions, let me know in the chat. But also put your zip codes and yourself on the chat, because I can tell you that we have a lot of people in the webinar today. A lot of cool takeaways. Let me know what you think. But we have a great promotion. It is $1,275 per month, but our promotion today is half off the first month. It's today only. It's the first time we've ever done it at Curator. If you hire Curator today, you will get Curator half off the first month. So that means your first month fee will go from $1,275 to $637. $637, and that's going to include the website. That's going to include the IDX. That's going to include the Curator brain for ads and emails. It's going to include our CRM. It's going to include everything that we do. $637 today, the first time ever we've ever made that offer. To get started, put your zip code and your cell phone in the chat right now. I'm going to open it up to questions. I'm sure there's a lot of questions. I talked about the ads. I talked about our website. So if you have any questions about our website, we have an amazing IDX. If you want to ask about how our blog works, how the brand works. Yeah, if you have any questions, let me know in the chat. But you also can visit Curator.com, and we have our ISA, our ISAs standing by. Reach out to them if you want a private one-on-one call to learn more. If Curator is a good fit, we can definitely do that. But if you're ready to go, put your zips and yourself on the chat, and we'll definitely get started. Again, only $637 for the first month. And I'm going to go in here to the questions. I'm going to make sure, let's see here. If we have any questions here, if you guys lost audio, I apologize. If you lost audio, this call was recorded. It looks like you made it out, Madison. Thank you for that, for letting me know. Paul, thanks for the feedback. Barbara, so is Scottsdale sold out? That's a great question. That's a great question. I believe so, but Barbara, but put your zip codes in the chat. Thanks for providing your phone number. We're going to figure out if we can make it work. Virgil, thanks for dropping your info. Ron, thank you. Question from Trevor Jones. Question from Trevor Jones. Can you import existing blogs from WordPress? And is it easy for me to create new blogs and add videos? So I'm going to repeat that question. Can you import existing blogs from WordPress? And is it easy for you to create new blogs and new videos? Yes, it is extremely easy to do that, Trevor. Thanks for asking. And here's how it works. Our website platform, I want to show you now. One thing, the blog has an amazing design. But also in that brain, I'm not allowed to really dig in there too much, but that curator brain is also going to have, when you click on those ads, it's going to show you the content. Let me just show you real quick. Let me just show you one quick thing. So you asked about blogs. Yes, there's blogs, but let me show you one cool thing inside the curator brain. I already gave you one of the ads. I gave you Lee Ritchie's ad, that crushed it. So here's her ad, her fried chicken ad, right? But what's nice is in the curator brain, like if you need inspiration for blogs, if you already have great content, yes, we have a blog where you can easily add that content, but also create new content. So look at Lee Ritchie's blog. So, Kentucky Fried Chicken, more like Columbus Fried Chicken. Ooh, I like that. That is Columbus hype right there. I love it, but it worked, right? That ad crushed it. Our marketers, I know, created this particular piece of content for Lee. But look at the blog. Yes, the blog will be there. There's a lot of ways that the blog can be set up, but I want to show you. So the blog's world-class design, but our clients are actually using the blog as a way to grow their business. Also, if you go to Lee Ritchie's website, the blog role can also be hidden. So if you have some blog content that you have some looky-loos, people that copy still out of your stuff, your really good stuff. You can hide the blog content. So if you look on her website, you can't even find that particular piece of blog. She pays for that. But again, our blog, very simple design. Here's 4th of July passed recently. The blog is very simple, very easy to use. But then when you want to do a Facebook ad and you want to do a promotion, the landing pages are also embedded. So it's all in one. So I could definitely log in. If Trevor, if you want to get on one-on-one call, I could definitely log into our back end and show you some more of the cool stuff. But thanks for asking that question. Again, put your zip code and your phone number in the chat. We'll reach out to you. Again, we are exclusive by market. We only allow 2 people per market. And the way it works is very, very simple. You're not going to be limited necessarily to where you're going to generate leads. I know some of you may be in a zip code that's like 5,000 people, right? You may be in a zip code that's 5,000 people. That's a question I just got. Neil, what if my zip codes, maybe if I work in 10, will that help me stop me from working with Curator? No, that will not stop you from working with Curator. But you want to choose 2 zip codes, put those in the chat, and we want to make sure that we leave our current clients in a position of strength. So whether you're in Scottsdale, Atlanta, I see a bunch of zip codes all over the place. We just don't want to oversaturate any market with our world-class marketing. We don't want everyone to have the brain. You know, if everyone in your office had the curator brain, you think about that. Think about, curator is basically a mastermind group where you have, top producing agents and teams are doing world class marketing, and then they're sharing all those places. You may be in a Facebook group where someone is telling you, "Oh, I did a seller ad and it crushed it and it worked well, great, fine." What our clients have that's different is they have meaningful data behind it, but every single day. Because guess what? 6 months from now, it's going to change. A year from now is going to change. That's the value of Curator. It's not just about the zip codes. It's not about the ads, but give us 2 zip codes so we can help you determine if it's even available. And again, we go to places, conferences, 200, 300 people in the audience, and only like 5 of them can even hire us. But put your zip codes in the chat. We've sold out in a lot of markets, unfortunately. Are we only taking teams? That's a great question, Paula. A lot of our clients, one of our clients, I could tell you, his name is Amit Buddha. He is a single agent. And if you go to his website is reasons to hire me.com, I believe. .com. He is a single agent. Now, he's a single agent. He's been with Curator for over a year. He's been with Curator for over a year. His name is Amit. You can find him on Facebook. He's a great guy. He creates a lot of his own content as well. So this is him. He's a single agent. We have other people that are single agents that are crushing it with Curator. So, one of the things you think about, though, if you're a single agent, budget. If you have the budget, great. You should definitely put your zip codes and yourself on the chat. But you should think about, the follow up. So, a team could be a single agent with an assistant. It doesn't need necessarily be like this mega team with 10 or 20 people. It could be 2 or 3 people. It could be 7 people. Those are great clients. But again, yes, you can be successful in a single agent with Curator. Great question. Yeah. Judy, we're going to be in touch. I had a question from Isabella. How many of these ads went to landing pages for registration? Or how often do you recommend using them versus just the ad to a website? So I think Isabella's question is about, pushing someone, the destination. Do you push someone, to the homepage, like fergrealty.com? Do you push someone to the homepage, or do you push them to a landing page? It really depends on the goal. If your goal is to generate leads, you definitely want to use landing pages. So the first thing you want to do when you're going to do a Facebook ad, you're going to come up with a purpose. Is the purpose to grow my brand? Is it to do a soft sell, like getting someone to your website for fried chicken, restaurants in your city? Is it a right hook? You want to knock them out to get leads. So you need to come up with a purpose for the ad. And again, the way our clients are doing that with the Curator Brain, they basically go in, they search the content, they can search open house. They'll find those ads and they can copy those ads, and then, so you can see the best ads, but you can come up with a purpose, link clicks, people reached. So you want to come up with a purpose, when you're going to do a Facebook ad. But as far as how often people are using landing pages, now Curator clients, most of them are bullish about lead gen. So, the name of the game, if you want leads, you definitely are going to want to use that landing page. And our technology, we make it very, very easy for our clients to do that. So again, like Ferg Realty, if this particular listing, this is one of Nat's listings, or, a listing on his website and his IDX, if he sells the home and you want to do a just sold promotion, you need to then create a landing page. Curator clients, what they're doing is they're just finding that listing and then they're typing in /sold, and then that creates the landing page. So, but yes, our clients, they typically are really bullish about the lead gen. Thanks for that question, Isabella. Let's see here. We have some more questions. A lot of phone numbers. Thanks for everyone who's still on the call. We still have a lot of people on the call. I want to make sure I get your questions answered. Larry Hales, I retarget the crap out of people. No, yeah, yeah, all those people definitely retargeted. Now we do have some strategies for retargeting as well. Again, if you're interested in moving forward with Curator, put your zip codes in the chat, your phone number. A lot of people have done that. But yeah, Larry, the goal name of the game is if you generate that traffic, you should definitely be retargeting them. A lot of our clients, our clients are definitely using retargeting. Chris, do you get names of the people who have opened? That's a good question. Now, there are ways to do, tracking pixels with links and things like that. Now, our clients, when they're doing a Facebook ad or an ad, they are getting, if I type in slash Facebook, for example, that Facebook Connect page. Let me go to a better listing. I don't really like that one. Find one with a lot of photos. Let's check at this one. It's got some photos. So the key is, how you're going to capture. Remember that ad. So with the ad, let me just go into the brain. Let me just show you how this works. So let's say someone is doing an open house ad, right? Here's the ad. So you do an open house ad, and then someone clicks on the link. It's going to go to a landing page. Okay, it's going to go to a landing page. The moment someone clicks on view 54 photos, what's going to happen is it's going to allow them continue on Facebook. And what that's going to do is going to capture automatically the name and the email of the person who actually clicks the ad. So when I showed you all people are getting those clicks, 1,400 clicks, 800 clicks, 1,500 clicks from a blog post, right? They are capturing the name and email if they're using a landing page. You can set the landing pages up to not necessarily capture a lot of data, but if your goal is to capture quality information, first name, last name, email, the landing page is going to capture name and email automatically. Their phone number is going to be captured. And then at that point, the email goes out, the text message goes out, and all those leads are going to be inside your database. So hopefully that answers your question. Again, someone clicks on the ad, we capture their names and their emails and their phone numbers, and then that follow-up goes out as a way to create that conversation for you. So great question. I'm glad you guys loving it. Thanks for the feedback, Ron. Thanks, Lori. Elena, how do I get the slide that shows Facebook it's so much better than social media? You will love to show that. Yeah, I'll send me an email, Elena. It's just Neal, Neal, at curator.com. I'll hook you up with that. So it's just Neal, Neal, at curator.com. Again, guys, I'm going to spend I'll spend as much time as people want. If you want to see more of the website, if you want to see the CRM, let me know. Got a question from Liana. Do you recommend using emojis in the Facebook ad copy? Absolutely. So every single ad that I showed, pretty much every single ad that I showed, I think every single one, in fact, used emojis. So you definitely want to, make sure that your ads are social proof. Using the things inside of the Facebook ecosystem like emojis will do wonders. Again, you want to capture someone's attention. You want to be relevant, but you want to make sure they actually read the ad, right? Because you're going to have those call to action set up as a way to get people to the link, right? The goal of a lot of those ads were to get people to a link. But again, your destination could be the website. Your destination could be a landing page. You have those options. But yes, we definitely recommend using emojis within the Facebook ad copy. So again, I get some questions about the website. So the website, again, we're going to build the website for you. It takes us about 4 weeks to set everything up. We're going to set the website up. If you have domain names that you want to use for the website, we're going to leverage that. There's a lot of videos. Our clients use videos in the design to keep attention, because it's one thing to spend a lot of money on Facebook and then you send them to an ugly website. One of the number one ways that you can build trust with someone is through design. So check out Callie Dalton. It's just calliedalton.com. And we're gonna see as a video, just like Nat Ferguson's website. You're gonna see a video, kid riding the bike, things that makes people feel and think about Roanoke, Virginia, Central Virginia. So you want to make sure the design of your website is great. If you're in the process of getting one design, maybe you just spend a lot of money on one. A lot of times people pay for design only. With Curator, you're going to get the design, but also an amazing IDX. So the IDX is very simple, very, very easy to use. Someone clicks search, there's an amazing IDX. It has a great design. People can filter and search a lot of different ways. You can search by price, bedroom, bathroom, square footage. So a lot of ways to use the website. Also, with the website, if you want specific search criteria for a landing page, maybe you want a landing page for, a landing page for search results. Maybe you want a landing page for a certain type of listing. You can actually select that listing type. And of course, we have a wide variety of landing pages that you can use for that. So the system, very simple, very, very easy to use. A lot of ways you could use it to capture leads. But again, great design. And our clients, one of the things I like is not just about the design, it's really about experience. Like if you've been in the business for 10 years, 20 years, I already could tell you, if you haven't put your zip code and cell phone in the chat, you're definitely a perfect fit. We can help you not only generate leads, maybe you want to grow your brand. Maybe you've already amassed tons of testimonials, but on your website, they look terrible. Maybe you just need a different design, a different way. And that's what we provide our clients, a new way to do something they may have done for 10 years. We're going to just provide a better way to do that. The average attention span of an American today is about 8 seconds. But again, that one line, that one sentence, we're pulling out so people can actually remember your testimonial. If all your testimonials look the same, it gets kind of boring. But again, if you scroll down on one of our client websites, this real estate agency truly went above and beyond. People are trying to crack the code on why they should hire you versus the other person in your office, the other person who maybe has 30 years experience. One thing I can guarantee if you hire a curator is that when you hire us, you're going to have world-class marketing. And then when you go to your client, you go to a listing appointment, let's say, you're not going to be embarrassed to pull up your website. Like if you're embarrassed to show that thing, if you're not using it in your listing appointments right now, maybe it's just a conversation just having a website. But think about all the Facebook people, all the Facebook traffic you're getting. Make sure you're pushing to something world class. Our clients love us, just because of the website. But if you need a fresh start, fresh marketing platform, fresh ideas, we're gonna bring that every single day, every single week, every single month for our clients. So, any other questions? Let me know. Um, Dennis. Um, Dennis, you have a question. Let me make sure I get your question. Are we talking about Facebook ads versus post? Do you recommend using a Facebook business page or a personal page? We recommend using a Facebook business page. So those posts were on Facebook business pages. Let me show you. I could show you one of our clients' pages on Facebook. Show you what I mean. So some of those ads were boosted posts. Some of those were posts. Some of them, Joe Taylor Group. Show you one of our client websites. Facebook business pages, so you could see what I mean. So here's, the Joe Taylor Group's, business page. If you go to their page, this is one of their ads. This is definitely a post, but it's also an ad. It's a boosted post. And I mean, the results speak for themselves. But the ads I showed, those were most likely paid. They were paid ads, and they were posted on the business page, not the personal page. That's a great question, Dennis. Great question. So again, Dennis, thanks. If you haven't put your zip code and cell phone in the chat, if we haven't already connected with you, called you. Thanks for that question, Dennis. So again, Curator, we are a full service digital marketing and technology company. We are creating innovative technologies to make sure that our clients stay number one, that they stay number one in their markets. The new agents that hire us, if they've been in the business for 3 years, they're hiring us so they can dominate their markets because their competitors, their marketing on a scale of 1 to 10 is a 0. So we help your marketing go from 0 to 100, your Facebook ads, your email marketing, your website platform, and that's why people hire us. And if you hire us today, again, the lowest point of entry ever in Curator, and this promotion won't come back again, most likely this year. It's the summer. To get started with us is $637, $1,275 typically it is, for the first month. So to get started is going to be half off your first month, 4 to 6 weeks for us to get everything started, 2 zip codes per client, 2 clients per zip code. Look forward to working with you. If you have any more questions, send me an email at Neal, Neal at Curator.com. Look forward to working with everyone who gave their information. Thank you for joining me today.